Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those who do not feel represented by an oppressive gender binary, hello and welcome. It's been a little while, let's do the whole ass intro. I am your punk rock robot from a better future, the eternal Reverend September Tech. How are you doing? I hope it is good. I'm feeling good. I had a productive day. We went out and got a whole bunch of fucking shopping done. And now I'm here. I've sort of been geared up for this for I said I was going to do the damn thing on Tuesday, and then I didn't. And there are reasons for that. Conserving energy was important because I'm coming back here. I'm fresh, relaxated. Those are words. I'm using them. Let's talk about that music a little bit because I don't know if it's going to get muted. Because I don't know if it's going to get muted. So let's have a little bit of extra time to just sort of space that out. I guess I'm used to doing that with Twitch because I've been used to streaming on Twitch. I don't know if YouTube does the same thing in the same way, but fuck it. Let's do it anyway because I like talking about that music. That was The City by Echo Slightly. I got introduced to Echo Slightly through a nerdcore podcast in like 2008 or whatever. Um, it is a I don't want to use that word. What word do I want to use? It's a little rough productionally as an album, uh, but I like it a lot. That's not the like shining ass track on it. The shining ass track on it is the title track, Echo Slightly, and the reason it is the shining ass track is because there's a piano loop, not loop, the a little piano intro that is incredible. There's just the subtlest bit of reverb on it. I love it. You'll love it. It'll change your life, or it won't. I'm not here to tell you what to be holistically moved by. But it is my hope that I can introduce you to things that you might feel holistically moved by. Speaking of, let's talk about Jalopy. Jalopy came out, God, when did it come out? Is that on Steam? Can I just see that? That information available to me? I don't know. I'm looking for it. It starts with a J. There we go. No, that's all fucking uh, content. That's all. I'm looking at the content on Steam. The what the hell do they call it? Community content? Something like that. But that's not what I want. I want the like news page. Is that even a thing that's available? I can go to the store page. There we go. Release date March 28, 2018. Yeah. So this came out just about the same time as my summer car, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because in that way that gamers do, two games that were released at about the same time but were in fact wildly different, but had some very similar theming. I One of them had to quote unquote win, so apparently there was some bullshit with the publishers versus the developer. That's not a thing I know. Just a friend of mine on social media made me aware of that when I started talking about playing this game, and I don't know what that is. I should look into that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm not gonna leave myself a note for it, which means I'm gonna forget about it. But it's fine because I'll watch this back and then I'll have seen it. Recording everything you do is almost like taking notes. Almost. It's really close. Anyway, let's play the damn game. Let's go into the live. I don't really have a live yet. It was important to me to put Nazi bots fuck off on there. Nazi bots you can in fact fuck off. Let's boot Jalopy, and you're not going to see it for just a second because of the way that things are. But things will be a different way later. Press any key to start. What's the any key? No, not Steam. Don't capture Steam. Jalopy is open. Well, okay, so, well, not quite. Just a little large. We're going to make it less large. And then we're going to make it slightly more large because I de-largened it too much. Okay. Let us load English language because that is the language I speak. I also taught myself a little bit of binary, but I'm not fast enough to be able to do that on the fly. Hey, Pause. How are you doing? Hoping you're having a good day and that the element fuckery isn't causing you too much of a hassle. We've just started up Jalopy. I'm in fact about to hit new game, which is going to delete all of my wonderful progress, but that's fine. Beep, 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 beep. Uncle Lufty, wake up. Wake up! I don't know how to do a Turkish accent. Uncle Lufty is Turkish. I'm going to be doing a fucking... I'm going to be doing some kind of accent, probably. I don't know where it's going to go. I know it's not going to sound the way it should sound. I just have to deal with that. I played Gmod TTT and touched the computer. I do not know what TTT stands for, unless it's a three-eyed person crying. It could be a three-eyed person crying. So, before I jump into more of this dialogue, maybe I should give a little bit of a preamble. I think Remy said this on Zare's stream a while ago. Um, we've definitely played this game before, and we definitely played it on stream before, but we've never really shown off the narrative of Jalopy. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Normally, I just sort of leave Uncle Lufty here and just enjoy this sort of roguelike road light, road log, road low. Hang on, I can get there. Road like roguelike. I feel like I took that from somewhere. It doesn't matter. So, uh, usually I just enjoy the gameplay, but I'm gonna take Uncle Lufty with us this time, and we're gonna go through like his dialogue and sort of look at the broader narrative of this game because it's actually pretty cool. I think it's a fun way to, I don't know if I want to go with fun. It's an interesting way to deliver it. We'll do it. Trouble in Terrorist Town is like Amogus from the 2000s in the universe of Counter-Strike Source. I hope that message doesn't get deleted. Surprisingly, with some of the shit that does get muted on YouTube, that one came through. I don't know. I don't understand it myself. Don't don't claim to. Don't intend to. The whims of the YouTube algorithm is a fickle and capricious thing. Ah, awake finally. And stay in bed any longer and the day will make fools of us both. And I'm getting up. Come now, something important to show you. That that look speed is way too high. Just outside. Yes, I will, Uncle. I will be there in just a moment. First, I need to turn down the. I need to turn down the torque on my fucking neck. Would you kindly? There we go. Little bit more than that. Probably like all the way down. If that's what we're doing here, that needs to go all the way to the bottom. Ye okay, yes, that is very slow, but I want it to be very slow, so that's fine. YouTubers still play a three-eyed person crying, so it probably knows. Oh, right. You see, there's a Leica 601 Deluxe. Something of an engineering legend in the GDR. 0 to 60 kilometers per hour in 22.5 seconds, a top speed of 100 kilometers an hour, all at the economical rate of 9 kilometers per liter. That is if we can get it running. Not to worry, I've everything ready. We just need to build an engine, slap on some wheels, and fit the passenger side door, and give it a bit of a clean. So let's get started. Fit the replacement door. It's over on top of that scrap pile behind you. If you squint, you'll be able to see it. Hold right to squint. There you go. Cartouching, or indeed cartouching. Let's slap that right back on there. Less than elegant, but it's on. Right now, let's fit the engine. If you open the driver's side door, you'll see a black latch. Pull that, and it will release the bonnet. Can you see it? The black latch should be just under the steering wheel. Yes, Uncle, it is right here. I am pulling it. That's it, you got it. Okay, now open the bonnet, and I can walk you through this. Pop, pop, pop. There we go. So, as you can see, she needs an engine. I've got a load of stock parts sitting in the garage. Go collect one, and I'll walk you through what it does. And here's all of our engine bits. No, Uncle, I'm looking at them, just sort of taking visual inventory. Chill out. Let's start with the engine. That's the engine block you've got there, the core of your Leica setup. The engine block defines? Not defies. I read it as defies for a second, and then I backed off of it. The engine block defies core performance of your Leica, including top speed and acceleration. A poorly kept engine block will mean your Leica will struggle to perform. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Here's something I like, and I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Look at this fucking jacket. Yes, Uncle, I'm looking at your jacket. It is a continuous pattern that just sort of remains. The pattern itself is stationary relative to the jacket. It's like his jacket is a void into tweed space. I like it a lot. You remember the Offbeats? The cartoon on Nickelodeon? Mo Willems? Sheep in the Big City did it too. It was like that. Anyway, let's install the rest of the things. Cars were so much easier to touch back then. I don't disagree with you. I mean, it's not difficult to touch cars now, you know, if you want to put in the effort. The battery allows you to use lights, the radio, the car ignition, that kind of thing. If your Leica won't start, the first place to check is the battery. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Pacha. Let's go with the air filter. Okay, you're holding the air filter, a non-essential component, if, you don't care about the environment. The air filter isn't necessarily required to run your Leica, but it's a good idea to have one, as it will reduce the rate of wear to your engine block. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Wata. A stock carburetor, which is where the term comes from. That's why we call it a car, because it has a carburetor in it. Right, that's a carburetor with two T's. Is that how it is usually spelled? I do not know. Which controls the fuel consumption of the car, and which in turn controls how many kilometers per liter you get out of your Leica. A good, well-maintained carburetor will mean you use less fuel and can drive further for cheaper. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Oh, it's not the muffler type filter, it's the air intake filter. Okay. It's not the one where if you don't have it, it makes the engine go like something's broken. It's the one that the doing your oil change brings up to you after they're done doing your oil change to try and convince you to spend another $50 at their place, even though it's probably fine. It just looks filthy because they look filthy. That big lump of metal, what a coincidence, I'm a big lump of metal, is the fuel tank, which holds the fuel of your Leica. A few notes on this one. First of all, it's gravity fed, so you'll need to open the bonnet and fill directly into the tank when refueling. Also, your Leica is running a two-stroke engine. Stroke engine, not stoke engine. It's not very stoked at all. The Leica is sort of solid. This means you will want to mix in some oil to the fuel mixture. Failure to mix in oil to the fuel will mean the engine won't be lubricated and will wear at an increased rate. Too much oil though and you'll start to see performance drop. Keep your fuel tank well maintained. Don't let it get too beaten up and it will start leaking fuel everywhere. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Yeah, it's exactly that one. There are ways, I'm going to mute that for just a second. There are ways in which I sort of miss having a car. There are a lot of things that it would be easier for me to do if I had access to a vehicle all the time. We take the bus now, basically all the time. And unless someone is kind enough to give us a ride from a place to a place. But I don't miss doing maintenance on a car. It's just rough. Like, and all the other reasons why like public transportation is good because it's better for the environment in terms of more people moved per vehicle, and if the the powers that actually control a city would like allow public transportation to be the main mode of transportation, then more people would use it as opposed to it just sort of being a thing. I have a lot of feelings about this. Anyway, technically, the air filter improves miles per gallon, or MPG, but probably not that much. We got ours changed recently. I guess we noticed better MPG, but that's probably just because they use cruise control on that long trip. We actually don't know a lot about how cruise control operates. We've definitely used it because we've been on some like long drive trips back when we were driving to Texas all the time. It feels good to not have to keep your foot held down for 100 or so miles. We are unsure how it plays, how it interplays with the remainder of the engine. The ignition coil channels. Sorry, I'm going to try that again. The ignition coil channels an electrical charge to start the engine. An ignition coil that's in bad condition may struggle to start the engine. Go ahead and drop it into the engine bay. Whatcha? Where are you? Everybody's eyes are closed. I can't see how I miss you so watch out. Where are you? That's the water tank, which provides water to help keep your windscreen clean from dirt. Keep it in good condition or it will start to leak water, and you'll soon find yourself driving without any vision. Go ahead, drop it in the engine bay. Okay, that's everything installed. Good job. Now to fill her up. We're getting nowhere without fuel. There should be a can of fuel, a bottle of water, and another kind of bottle that sort of zapped past me because the text just sort of auto-advanced for some reason. We still need to fill the car with petrol, oil, and water. Go and collect them. We'll walk you through refueling your car. Okay, you can pick up all three at once. Hang on. Stay alert. Right-click to peer. And then up here it teaches juggling. Is it easy as 1, 2, 3? You can hold 1, 2, 3 things at once. Shuffle between them with the... I've never actually used the numpad to do that. That's really silly. Oh, okay, I see what it is now. So when I hit 1, it replaces whatever's on the far left side with the active item. When I hit 2, replaces the thing that's in the middle as the active item. But I prefer just using the mouse wheel, which just scrolls through the 3, because that's easier on the brain. The cruise control locks the car at a speed and automatically gasses it up and down. Cars get better mile per gallon when you stay at the same speed all the time. Ah, okay. It's the difference between, like, maintaining a home at, like, 75 degrees or whatever and letting it get to 75 degrees, letting it cool back down to 69 or so, nice, and then heating it back up. Good. There's a can of fuel you're holding there. If you use that on the fuel cap of the fuel tank we just installed, then you'll begin filling the car with fuel. I will do this. Drink up, my lovely. It is a long trip. Go ahead and drop that if you're done with it. Okay, you haven't taught me about the trunk, so I can't put that in the trunk. I'm going to drop it back here, though, because I'm going to put it in the trunk once you teach me about the trunk. Ah, you've got a bottle of water. Good job. If you use that on the water tank we installed, then we can fill it with water. A glug. Oh, hang on. I've just accidentally taken out the battery. That's not something you want to do, especially not something you want to do while you're pouring water. Go ahead and drop that if you're done with it. I will do the same thing I just did. Whatcha? That's a bottle of two-stroke oil you... yes, that does work. I am just not used to seeing it in this way. That's a bottle of two-stroke oil you've in your hands. You've being short for you have. A bottle of two-stroke oil you have in your hands. Yes, that does work grammatically. It is just weird to see. You'll want to add a drop of it to improve the fuel mixture, which affects things like performance and engine wear. A lean mixture will result in a faster car, but with increased wear to the engine, a rich mix will result in the opposite. Rich mix was fun to say. I did not expect myself to roll my R in this way. Try using it on the fuel tank of fuel. On the fuel. Trying that again. Try using it on the full tank of fuel to affect the fuel mixture. Go ahead and drop that if you're done with it. I am not. I am not done with it. Okay, I'm gonna fucking put it back here since you're not letting me do the thing that you told me to do. Excellent. Let's move on to the tires. Okay, let's go about getting some tires on the car. So, as you can see, we won't get very far without any wheels. There's a car jack over in the garage. Bring it over and we can get started. Great, that's the third one open. Yep. Let's grab that and a couple of the tires. Okay, place the jack under the car. I will do so. You... No? There we go. Now just twist the handle. Okay. You'll notice you can now use the tire iron, but first we will need some tires, which you have. Okay, good, great. Now just fit the road tire to the axle. We slap the tire on the thing, and tighten the bolt with the tire iron. And now the same again for the other wheel. Good. You can now drop the car jack down, and we can do the same again for the other side of the car. Hit Q to replace the tire iron onto the thing. And go get the other two tires. Hacha, hacha. And lock it in place. Other tire, pardon me, Uncle, but you are standing directly in front of the place where I am to work. Okay, let's see how she runs. I'll be in the car. You may want to load the trunk with any spares left over in the garage. You can never be sure what you will need on the road. Uncle gets in the car, we lower the jack. That's going to come with us in case we need to suddenly change tires. Do you ever think about how wet cars are? So my career with cars has been such that I have broken a lot of them. And thus, yes, I occasionally think about how wet cars are, because not just because they require a lot of different fluids, because they do require a lot of different fluids, uh, not just the oil and water that we have here, but also like transmission fluid and brake fluid. There's so much fluids you gotta have in a car. Let me have a drink of water while I'm thinking about it. Lubricate my own machine. So there is that, but there's also the fact that like cars actually create a bunch of condensation on their own just through ordinary use because they are very wet within and get very hot, and that creates a certain degree of condensation on everything. You kick open a hood after a car's been running hot for a really long time, and it's like, oh, this is just all slick. Every surface. Let's put the fuel can in. And let's put this water bottle in. And let's pick up this two-stroke oil. So the thing Uncle Lufty said about the oil mixture in the thing. So we can see that on our little notepad that pops up when we look at things. It says 10 out of 10 liters of fuel in the fuel tank, which is good. We filled it all the way up. And it has a lean oil mix. Before, it had a no oil mix. Now it has a lean oil mix. We put it again, and it has an optimal oil mix. If we wanted to, we could pour the last little bit of this oil into the gas tank, and it would have a rich oil mix, but like Uncle Luffy said, that will make the engine run longer at the risk of running worse. So, and is there anything else in here of use? I kind of thought there was a toolkit in here, but there doesn't appear to be. Okay, before we set off, let's get you familiar with some important companions. Here we have the maintenance manual. Okay, thank you. East will cover the basic running of the car. In there, you'll find information regarding a basic overview of the Leica vehicle, details of your current engine setup, listings of the cargo we are currently carrying, this sort of thing. Right here, Leica Farah. It is in your interest not to place this manual on the side, but you read through to become thoroughly familiar with it. In 1957, the Soviet Union, showing great strength, ambition, and perseverance, launched the first being to orbit the Earth into space. Today, we proudly remember that name by enabling you to traverse the globe with your very own Laika. It is named after the Russian dog, by the way. A very brave dog. That is all I will say on that. Your new car, with its distinguished name, shall forever be a faithful companion to you. Within this manual contains instruction and information to help and advise you on any journey you may take. Containing operational instructions, this manual will save you time, aggravation, and money. However, should you need further expert advice, please visit our well-trained customer service organization. These can be found along your route and by looking for the structures proudly flying the company name and logo. Leica Automobilwerk wishes you a pleasant drive throughout all the fraternal socialist states you visit. Leica Automobilwerk, Deutsche Demokratische Republik. That's probably should be a German accent, but I don't have a German accent in me. You can turn the page by selecting the top corners of each page. We'll have a look through this later. For now, go ahead and drop that. Next, you will need the map. Helps to have a map. Oh, I've opened your door, Uncle. I apologize. This one is important, as it allows you to select which route you will be taking between each destination. As you can see, our first destination is the CSFR border crossing near Dresden. I've marked all the potential routes I know of, including weather conditions, and any stop-off points along the route. Go ahead and select one now. Uh, is this that one very, very cheap Soviet car, the real-life one? I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but yes, it is based off of that very, very um, uh, a car that is famous for being unbelievably fucking cheap and also impossible to fully break because it was made with unbelievably rugged materials. I've marked all the potential routes I know of, including the, or is it that was made out of rugged materials, or just materials that were easy to pop back into shape once the inevitable crash happened? I actually don't know. I could look it up later, and in fact, let's just look it up here in a moment. But I want to get through the tutorial first. I've marked all the potential routes. I said that bit already. So we can choose our route. Route 1 is 210 kilometers. It is sunny along that route. Route 2 is 350 kilometers. It is cloudy on that route, but there is a gas station on the way. Route 3 is 350 kilometers. Did I say route the first two times and route the third time? It's possible. Why did I do that? I don't know. Don't fucking ask me. Here, and it is sunny and has a gas station along the way. Best of both worlds. Let's grab it. Once a route or a route has been selected, then we're committed to driving it. And again, you can turn pages by selecting the top corners. The other pages include your statistic tracking and unlocks tracking. Flip. We have taken 464 footsteps. Distance driven, fuel used, tires popped, top speed, repair kits, and profits. Two of them. You can have a look through that later. Go ahead and close that for now. And finally, the keys. If you just pop them into the ignition, then she's all yours. Grab the key. I should probably close the door too. Put the key in the ignition and head off. So can I hit a button to put a seatbelt on? That doesn't appear to be the case. You should usually wear a seatbelt if you're driving. We disengaged the emergency brake and WASD to move forward. Let's turn on the radio. And so begins our journey. We're on the Autobahn to Dresden. Our final destination being Turkey. I don't think Uncle Lufty said that at any point. Head towards Dresden. Oh, he's probably about to. We'll be traveling the Autobahns for this first part. This should give you a chance to get to grips with the Leica. So there is a certain degree of road rules. Yes, rules of the road. But for the most part, you are if you get into collisions with other drivers, you will be penalized for it. Not that that happens very often. But you don't necessarily need to stay in the lane. You can just be in the middle of the road if, if that's what you wish to do. It makes it a lot easier to not bump the sides, as peripheral vision is not the Leica's strong suit. I wonder if that's a real statue, the tank one. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How's it out there? What you swerving for?
Radio Berlin International mit dem Programm in deutscher Sprache.
You know, it is a curious feeling. I think it's the Lada Vaz 2101, the Soviet car. I again intend to look it up. I'll do so when we get to Dresden. It's a funny thing being on the road again after such a long time. All of these years in the GDR. I like this music. It's a very cute little soundtrack it has. Yes, the Lada Vaz from 1970. I know I wasn't born there, but I found a belonging in the GDR I have not experienced at any other time in my life. Being one of the people, like a family, all working together for each other. Where I'm from, that was uncommon. Well, here comes a hill. Leica doesn't really like going over the hills, especially with all of its stock parts. You can get there. 0 to 100 kilometers, which is roughly 62 miles per hour, in about 20 seconds. That seems really fast. I'm bad at doing that sort of accelerative calculation in my head. Go around! That feels uncomfortably fast. I will say, as long as we're about it, I absolutely love this game's art style. How everything's very purposefully low poly. Well, with the wall down, it shouldn't be long until we see reunification. This is set just after the fall of the Berlin Wall. A literal separation of people for, what has it been, 29 years? Yes, 29 years. Oh my, how much people must have changed. Oop, hang on. We're just gonna have a stop. Pull up the emergency brake, turn off the car. Wait for this person to fucking get mad at us. It's so, there's so much room. There's so much other room. You can just go around. Why won't you? Found a box on the road. And what's within this box? It is 6 bottles of wine. So I don't really fucking know what's with the uh I don't really know what's with the Autobahn and indeed the rest of the roads in this game. They just kind of have boxes laying on them. I don't know if we're being led to believe that the people who drive these trucks are just kind of willy-nilly letting their cargo spill out or whatever. But their loss is our game, and we now have 6 delicious bottles of wine. I don't drink anymore. The wine is still probably delicious just because I don't drink it. Or it might be bad wine, I guess. Who knows? Restart the car. Turn the radio back on, because that's the important part. And go ahead and get out of this person's way. Go on. We didn't think the division would ever escalate to what it did. But it did. Practically overnight. Queen Freya loves 6 bottles of wine. I am given to understand that Queen Freya loves wine, and it is not surprising to me that she might like 6 entire bottles of it. Oh, I was gonna do that thing, and then I forgot about it. I should do that thing later. By later, I mean like in 2 weeks, but whatever. Good old, good old, good old industry. Help. No. Okay, well, that thing I said about not colliding with other drivers happening often. It turns out that it does happen more often if you don't keep your eyes on the road and instead are looking at the majesty of the smoke belching out of the towers. One thing that it taught me, no good comes in involvement. Good comes from involving yourself in political opposition. Life becomes much more bearable when you accept the flow of things. I'm real sorry about it. I've seen too many become pawns of extremist ideals. I wholeheartedly disagree with you. But let's continue. Tankstelle coming up ahead. Let's get off the road. I presume that means the gas station. I've never really thought about it. It's certainly the word that they use to say that there is a gas station on its way in this game, but I don't know how it actually translates. It is starting to become night, and as night comes, here comes the moon. which is just a giant fucking disco ball in the sky. It is my second favorite moon in video games, apart from the one in Majora's Mask, because you have to pay homage to the classics, right? But love ourselves a disco moon here in this house. I should turn the lights on, because it's starting to get dark. And if I don't, Uncle Lefty complains, even though the road's like pretty visible because the game's pretty bright altogether. Oh, I probably shouldn't snort like that directly into the microphone. Apologies. We're just going to very slowly, very carefully line ourselves up in the service alley, is how I'm going to phrase that. It has been so long since I've serviced someone in an alley, that's a lie. I've never done that, although I would like the opportunity someday. Let's open up the bonnet. I didn't do the content warnings. Hey, there's a content warning. I'm like that sometimes. I'll do it better next time. It's been a while. I've forgotten how to. That says where it is. Actually, it doesn't say where it is. Here is where we sell our bottles of wine. I'm just going to take this box. From out front, I'm going to put it down here. And then I'm going to take these bottles of wine and put them in this box. There we go, so I can carry them all at... No, stop that. Stop fucking doing it. So I can carry them all at once. Oh, no, hang on. I need need my wallet. Excuse me, Uncle. Just need to grab my wallet out of the thing. There we go. Hey there. You look a little lost. Just pick whatever you need off the shelves and place it through this window. I begin by handing you 6 bottles of wine that I found on the road. The 6 bottles of wine that I found on the road will cost you, the shopkeeper, $304.80, less however much gas I need to put in my car. When you have everything you need, you can pay using your wallet, which I just dropped, and every time you drop your wallet, it magically repositions itself in the trunk, which is a good way to not lose your wallet. Is as a game mechanic, that's fantastic. However, as a game mechanic, it's also unbelievably fucking frustrating because so like the unthinkable happened in this game to me. This happened more than once, but not a lot more than once because you don't make this mistake too many times. I ran out of gas and had to walk with my wallet and a gas can all the way to the city I was headed towards so that I could buy some gas and then walk back to the car and put the gas in the car. And about halfway there, I accidentally hit middle click, which is the thing that drops the thing you're holding. And what I was holding was my wallet, which means my wallet fell out of my hands. And rather than being, on the ground where I could pick it up, I knew that it had gone all the way back to the car. So I reset the game. Anyway, that's $304. What am I buying? I should buy a toolkit. We have a jack, or actually a crowbar. Yeah, let's buy a crowbar. Um, and I don't really need more oil or water at the moment. Buy a tire repair kit. I really wish you had a toolkit because parts of my engine are smoking, and I would really wish they didn't. I would really wish they didn't, and wouldn't smoke. But you know, here we are. We now have $380, or not dollars, and I think this is in the time before the euro. So, but it still remains $380 no matter where we go, even though we're starting in Germany and are about to go into what the area that would become Czechoslovakia, and our final destination is Turkey, but this money spends exactly the same with no exchange rate. I'm gonna call them proto euros. We have 380 protos. Yes, that is good. I will go with that. And let's just refuel the car. Ding. You can see also that as we put oil in the car, or as we put gas in the car, uh, in, it, what is the fucking word I want? It thins out the oil mixture in the car because it's the same amount of oil, but we're adding more gas, so we have to add more oil also. Fortunately, we still have that little bit of oil, but I think that's not enough. I think we need to go get even more. Even more. Yeah, now we have only a lean oil mix. We would like an optimal oil mix, which means we need more oil. We can sell back this empty. We can sell back the empty oil bottle for $1. Hey, $369. Nice. All right, optimal oil mix. We close the bonnet. Put that in there. Have I been doing a very good job with um, the image description? I think it's been okay. Uh, so to sort of shortcut what we were driving through, every stretch of the road has its own sort of aesthetic, and the journey from Dresden to CFSR is a highway, like an American highway. It's very straight roads. Or actually, I suppose it's the other way around, isn't it? Because isn't the American highway system based on the Autobahn? Or is that wrong? Uncertain. Not up on my vehicular history. We can fucking look it up later. I think the money are Soviet rubles. I'm trying to figure it out. Go run, 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 run. Let's turn that on. Let me pull this back. I was making a fun little noise. Oh, it didn't turn the radio back on. There we go. Wild. Anyway. Oh, come on, little Leica. You can make it up this hill. Keep pushing up that road. Keep running up this hill. We're gonna make. I gotta go make chili and green beans real quick. All right. Have yourself a alright cooking experience. I will continue to be here and continue being me despite everything.
Radio Berlin International mit dem Programm in deutscher Sprache.
Heading back to Dresden. I hear that there are dolls there. That's definitely a joke about a band, although I don't think I've actually heard anything by the Dresden Dolls. I agree with you, Uncle. Oof, it was a very bad joke. And Dresden is just before us. Oh, thank you, Uncle. Anyway, there's Dresden ahead. Be safe, and we just take a little stop at the stop sign. Not that there are other drivers on the road this far in, I don't think. But there are 3 places to stop in every town. One is the Leica dealership, where we can buy new parts for our automobile. One is another gas station to make sure that you never run out of gas, presumably, assuming you have the money. And the hotel where you spend the night to progress the game. So we're going to stop in here real quick to get the... Come on, a little closer. Thank you. Why aren't you letting me stop the car? There we go. Pull the emergency brake, stop the car, kick the lights off, open the bonnet because the bonnet is smoking, and hopefully we can go get some fucking toolkit on the way. And definitely need more fuel. Oh, right, wallet. Pardon me, Uncle. Still no, huh? That fucking sucks. I hate that. Hey there, you look a little lost. I assure you I am not lost. Swooping in before heading to bed to say I love this game immediately. The vibes are perfect. Now I sleep. You've definitely seen this game before. This is the one I played when I had COVID like a few years ago. Just pick whatever you need off the shelves and place it through this window. When you have everything you need, you can pay by using your wallet. I'm really frustrated by the fact that there's not. I'm definitely frustrated by the fact that there's not. But, you know, I just kind of got to go do my own car surgery. Where the fuck is. We're just going to walk to the dealership, which I think is over there. I think that's what the. Yep, there it is. So hopefully we can replace one of our. You know what I would fucking love is if you had a toolkit ready to sell. Greetings, like employee. Feel free to look through our catalog. Look at the official Leica dealership parts catalog. In this catalog, you are invited to browse through the huge variety of bespoke engine components and car extras designed specifically for your comfort and performance designed specifically for the comfort and performance improvements of your Leica 601 Deluxe motor vehicle driving experience. Simply select your desired component, fill out the order form, and send off for efficient same-day delivery, by which we mean you'll get it immediately. It doesn't have to travel anywhere. It just shows up right outside. Elves, presumably. Like automobile where wishes you a pleasant drive through all the fraternal socialist states you may visit. Great. So there are different kinds of engines we can buy. There's basically four upgrade, uh, four levels of the thing, of each thing: engine, fuel tank, carburetors, air filters, and ignition coils. The batteries are all the same. The water tanks are mostly the same, except some are larger. Where the fun shit comes in is down here in extras and upgrades. So let's see what we have. Thank Christ you have a tool rack. We are grabbing this. This is ours now. A tool rack is a thing that goes on the top of your trunk. It gives you a crowbar, a jack, and um, a crowbar, a jack, and a wrench, which can repair your engine components from 0 to 1, so that nothing ever breaks permanently, which is nice. Uh, this is tool rack level 1. There is also level 2 and 3, which will let you repair your engine components from 0 to 2 and 0 to 3, respectively. They cost more, obviously, and you have to have level 1 before you have level 2. But the great part about this is that it puts it in the underside of the hood of the trunk, the thing that actually lifts up, so that it doesn't take up any space in your trunk. We haven't really been carrying enough stuff for me to start worrying about trunk space, but there is a limited amount of stuff you can stuff in your trunk. A limited amount of junk you can put in your trunk. And this frees up a lot more space for your trunk junk. And why the fuck not? Let's paint the car while we're about it. Left us with $6, and that's sort of not enough. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. It's a little too late now. Yeah, well. Let's start with this, the tool rack. Oh, no, it won't be too bad, because now that we have the tool rack for our trunk, we can just sell off our jack and crowbar. because we won't need two. So that'll give us enough money to fill up the car, which I foolishly did not leave us enough to do. Um, let's just poof. There we go. And now we take our, hang on, let me drop this. We take our blue spray paint. Let me just close the door respectfully. So I guess I have to do that. Hey, Uncle, you might want to hold your breath. I'm about to be using spray paint, and the fumes can be dangerous. Do you have a mask? Hey, Uncle, I should have asked if you have a mask, because we're going to be sleeping at a hotel. I guess this is before COVID happened. It still wouldn't be a bad idea. Anyway. We're just going to go ahead and paint all the sides of this busted ass car a wonderful and beautiful blue, not unlike myself. I'm blue, by the way, canonically. I'm made of anodized niobium. Is that all the parts? I think that's all the parts. Nope, hang on, that other hub. Hub light? Headlight. Here we go. Great. Now use this to put the black go faster stripes on all of it. I could do the hood too, like not the hood, the top of the car. The roof is the word I wanted. The roof of the car. I suppose I could do the roof of the car, but I sort of like the blue sides and the white roof. I think that's a good look aesthetically. I'm gonna sell off this. I'm gonna sell off this. Nope, stop it. Let's go ahead and grab the crowbar and shit too while we're about it. Oh, you just don't buy spray paint. Okay, that makes sense. Did I put gas in? I think I forgot to put gas in. Hang on, let's do that real quick. No, I filled it up. The oil mixture is bad. Well, not bad, just not optimal. If we can make it optimal, why would we not make it optimal? Let's improve ourselves. And we'll go ahead and take our brand new wrench. You're in here somewhere. There you go. Nope, that's the crowbar. Put the crowbar back. Do this. And we'll do a squonky at everything we can do a squonky at. And everything's still gonna be smoking, but that's just sort of the price we're paying right now. And I'll tell you what, how do we want to do this? Let's go to the hotel. And finish out our first day, and then I'll go to break. Good, I did leave enough for us to afford a hotel room. I didn't really think about that when I was buying our tool rack and spray paint either, but that's okay. Wasn't in the other areas, so it should just be over here on this side of the road. Yep, there it is. You can tell because it says motel at the top. There's the motel. Park outside the front. I'm doing it. I don't know where else you think I would park. Anyway, there's the rest. No, Uncle, we've reached Dresden already. Alright. Grab the wallet, because we're going to need it when we get in. Alright. Uncle was conscientious and closed the door after him. Thank you very much. I did it. What happened in the story while I was gone? Not a lot. We got to Dresden, and bought I bought some stuff. Our car is blue now. We have a tool rack, which is incredibly useful, but nothing narratively has happened. We're about to actually get the first really big narrative drop. You have come back just in time. Welcome. Will you be staying with us tonight? It's $20 for the room. Oh, good. I left myself just enough. Fantastic. You'll be staying in room 2C on the second floor. We kindly ask that you not disturb other guests during your stay. Okay. I said it was Houndstooth in the Go Live post, and it's not. It's like whatever that is. It's like a twill thing. Here you go, Uncle. Close the door after us. That sort of teleported the thing back. There's still some time for you to see the town. You can visit the market to trade or upgrade the car at the IKEA dealership. Just use the bed when you're done for the day, and we can get some sleep. Anyway, I'm exhausted. Time for bed. And Uncle just goes to sleep in his massive jacket, and his briefcase pops open. I am saying this now, completely and unambiguously. It is wrong to read other people's personal fucking information without their knowledge or consent. It's shitty to do that, and it makes you a shitty person. In this game, however, we're going to be shitty people. A telegram from MFS Berlin, the minister, to Minister for Maschinen, Genossen Lufti, Wörter Genosse Lufti. In response to your request for the acquisition of one Lycia 601 motor vehicle for the purposes of transportation of personal property to be returned to their country of origin, placed on the date of 12/2/1986, we can now inform you nothing. This has been redacted. Furthermore, we are compelled to remind you that all communications with countries outside of state sphere of influence are thoroughly monitored, and as such, we must ask all comrades exercise constant vigilance with regards to any delicate information they may find themselves in possession of, that we are unable to approve or support this request on the grounds that government vehicles are not to be used in the transportation of private property, especially to countries outside of fraternal socialist observation. Fairly brutal. So we are going to have a quick nap. Actually, I'm not going to do the nap right now. I'm just going to do the call to action, and then I'm going to go to break real quick. So hey, I am going to go to break here in just a second. Before I do that, want to take the opportunity to tell you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian, Ukrainian, Sudanese, and Congolese lives matter, that there are a lot of ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers upon this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid. It helps people who are suffering right now suffer less, and people who are suffering less can stand shoulder to shoulder with us a little taller. So, on the break, I'm going to go to the mutual aid hashtag on our social media and check out the things. Check out all the things. Boost what needs I can. Uh, and I suggest that you take advantage of mutual aid initiatives that exist in places where you operate, both online and in meet space. Because the only way we get out of this mess is through, and the only way we get through this mess is together. In the meantime, maybe have a snack or drink some water or do whatever self-care is useful to you. And I'll do the same, and I'll catch you back here in just a little while. Hope you join me then. Anyway, had some cornbread because Remy made cornbread. It's very good cornbread. Um, oh, there we go. Trabant. So it wasn't the car you thought it was. The Trabant. Let's learn about the Trabant real quick. This is the same car that they use for fucking the two-door car in goddamn PlayerUnknown's too. The Trabant 601 is a Trabant model produced by VEB Sachsenring. Don't get at me about my pronunciation. I apologize, but I can't do better. This is the third generation of the model built for the longest production time from 1964 to 1990, and as a result, it is best known Trabant model and often referred to simply as the Trabant or Trabi. Overall, the design was praised, particularly on the then modern double trapezoid design. Originally, production was only planned to run from 1967 to 1971, but instead continued into the 90s. The car body was made of Duroplast. That's the thing I was thinking of. A composite thermosetting resin plastic developed by engineer Wolfgang Barthel in 1953. I didn't even try to do that right. In the German Democratic Republic. Oh, GDR. Okay. Its production method places it in a similar family as the Formicon, Bakelite. It is reinforced with fibers, making it a fiber-reinforced plastic similar to fiberglass. Except presumably not as brittle, because it's a fucking car. The use of Duraplast and Trabants in the subsequent GDR jokes and mockery in Western auto magazines such as Car and Driver gave rise to the urban myth that Trabant is made of corrugated cardboard. Wonderful. I want to have cornbread. Well, if you come over here, you can get some cornbread. There's still some. There's an open invitation. If you ever wanted to visit, we could just make you cornbread. We always have cornbread mix around the house because Remy likes using it to dust the tofu instead of corn starch because it's a little tastier. Anyway, we have slept. It is the next day. On our way out, we can check the newspaper, which tells us that alcohol is banned in the Czech and Slovakia Federated Republic. Good morning. I trust you slept well. We should head to the border. Don't forget to pick a route before we cross. Gonna do that. So the newspaper lets you know what the I was about to say market, and I presume I mean that. Oh, I can't look at the game, right? Because it's still in let's just look it up mode. There we go. There was not much to see as regards to the newspaper. It was just a newspaper headline that said alcohol is banned in CFSR. So we have Route 1, which is 280 kilometers. It is cloudy. There is something that is not a gas station along the way, but the roads are very bumpy. Route 2 is 420 kilometers. Nice. There is no gas station. There is a different thing that is not a gas station, and it will be raining. Or Route 3, 280 kilometers. The roads will be bumpy. It will be cloudy. There is a gas station. Hmm. I like the thing that the question mark is. That's another like sort of encounter thing uh, that can let you get some cool parts, but we don't really have the survivability for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Route 3, the easy route as far as it goes. The road's still bumpy, and we'll see that as we go along. But there's a gas station, so we won't be fucked for gas, presumably. Turn the car on, disengage the brake. I want to see? Oh, okay. You want to see the newspaper? I can show you the newspaper real quick. Just a headline from News Berliner, I suppose. The Berliner's News. Alcohol banned. You know, an alcohol ban, like the Dropkick Murphys. Our brother went to a Dropkick Murphys show once. We've never been, although we like the band. Oh, okay. I want to see the question mark on the route. We haven't gotten to the thing yet. Can I change the route before we get to the crossing? Let me have a look. No, unfortunately we can't. I've already selected that route. If there is one with a question mark on the next path, then I'll choose that. Although we'll probably just make it to our next destination by the time the stream is meant to stop. So that's probably something that's going to have to happen on Tuesday because we dropped the Sunday stream because we needed that time to just fucking relax. We don't got to do question mark if you don't want to. Here's the thing is that I like the question mark thing. It's fun. But uh, it's something that if we encounter it with a little bit more money and our car not smoking, has a chance to go a lot better for us. So I wanted to just let that sit. Paperless police. Yep. Okay, here's my passport. Okay, let's see here. Hey, quit. There's nothing back there. It's just regular shit. That's No, I've given you my papers. I've given you them already. You have them in your hand. I can't re-give you my papers. No, stop saying it. They're right there. You have them. You've seen all of my papers. Why are you like this? I will play my radio at you very loudly. I can't re-give you my papers. You have them right there. All right. So here's what's about to happen. We're going to save and quit. Because that got bugged out. Maybe we got to show some different papers money. I'm not going to do that. Okay, well. All right, well, this has created a different problem in that the mouse no longer controls the cursor. Cool. We're going to exit the desktop. Start again, this time for sure. Honestly, showing them the cash probably would be the thing that lets us get across the border in that situation. On the other hand, I'm not going to do that. No, you just don't want it anymore. Huh, my mouse isn't. Alright, so that doesn't make any fucking sense. Hang on, let's do it this way. I didn't want to do this. Here comes the dingle dong. There it is. Mm-hmm. Pad input. Gamepad, walking and driving. Accept. Resume. Okay, yes, we have all the things now. I did not want to use the controller for this purpose. I find it bad for this, but okay, sure. Here we are. Options. I'm saying options to you. All right, let's use the mouse for that then, I guess. Let's turn on the sensitivity a little bit because it's much, much too slow with the controller. There it is, that's a little better. Thanks for saying, safe journey. Thanks, I'll try my best. Importing of coffee goods banned in CSFR. Hi, Uncle Lufty. Good morning. Shall we give our journey another try today? We could just leave Uncle here, but I'm not going to do that. Because that seems mean, TBH. Keys are just above you in the sun visor. You seem to be struggling with money. No, I'm doing okay, honestly, with money. Grab our keys out of the sun visor. Put them in the cargo slot. The slot that makes the cargo. Not the cargo slot, otherwise known as the trunk. There's not an option for the question mark on any of these, so we're just going to take Route 3. And because it's raining on Route 3, it begins storming immediately. Okay, it's right trigger to accelerate, that makes sense. You might see better if you put the wipers on. Okay, Uncle. The wipers are on. And yes, it is left trigger to brake. Stop here at the light. When the light says we can go, so we go. Walk, the sign says, and so we all must walk. Papers, please. Yes. Okay. No. Stop doing it. I swear to you, I'm trying. How do I change? There we go. Okay, everything seems in order. Great. Good. Got there. Good. And great. Great and good. All right, we go through the tunnel, and we are now on our second stretch from Dresden to... the fuck is the name of the town we're going to? I don't actually remember, but through the, as it was at the time, Czech and Slovakia, federated republics before it just became Czechoslovakia. And the route through CFSR is mostly kind of off-roady. Not off-roady, there are roads, but they are very, very narrow roads through a lot of trees. Well, that was interesting. We'll have more borders to deal with in our journey. Be careful what you try to take over the border. If they find illegal goods, we'll be fined. But not thrown in jail. So that's good. The town we are going to is called Sturovo, I guess, and it's in 280 kilometers. Thank you, Uncle. Our next stop will be Sturovo, a border town shared with Hungary. There was a great big bridge there, the Mary Valerie, but it was destroyed during the war. I do hope they have repaired it. Oop. Well, we have an option here. On the one hand, we can go through this actual off-road area, through the birch trees. Or we could go up that massive fucking hill over a bridge. The off-road is longer and is more full of potholes. The bridge is much, much shorter, but requires an incredible climb to get to the top of it. And honestly, I don't know if our stock engine parts are gonna make that. So we're just gonna this way. We're just gonna this way. Oh, are we gonna have to ford through that water? It's not a ford, it's a lichen. Great, thanks. We're just gonna very carefully. So as long as you don't actually hit your tires into the potholes, it won't do damage to your car. So if you see a pothole upcoming, those are the things on the ground that look sort of like mole burrows. They will just kind of get around those. And great. Which way is out? This way, to the left. You'll notice some of the seams are falling apart. It's still a very good game, but there are some geometric instabilities. You know, the bridge was actually named after Princess Marie Valerie. She was the fourth and, it was said, most beloved child of Empress Elizabeth. Elizabeth loved Marie dearly, more so than any of her other children. Some courtiers remarked on this by referring to her as the only child. This, amongst other things, would lead towards Valerie growing disdainful of Hungary. See, we're getting a little bit of history lesson. Isn't that nice? I would really love to find a box on this road. I would really love it. Because we are kind of low on money, and I would like something to sell off once we find a gas station. This wasn't the only cause of Valerie becoming resentful towards her birthplace. From her birth, rumors emerged regarding the legitimacy of her father. It was being said that her father wasn't in fact Franz Joseph, but actually Giola Andesi, a fond admirer of her mother's. Got a box up there? I think so. Nope, that's just more bush. You'll notice our car is starting to emit a lot of smoke. That means I should probably stop for a second. Oh, there's a box over there too. Hang on, that's perfect. Let's just do that and that. Fortunately, on the back roads, there's not anyone we're gonna really encounter, so I don't have to worry about someone rear-ending us. I'm just gonna do it like this. Come here. And we peel the top off. Medicine! A drug used in the treatment of various ailments. What kind of medicine? Do not worry about it. It is medicine. Please be assured that it is medicine. And while we're about it, let's take the engine repair kit and do some repairs on the engine so that it doesn't smoke quite so much. I mean, it's still smoking, so there's that, but, you know, less. Less is good. Thank you. It is medicine. It is medicine that heals ailments. That is what medicine is used for. How much does this medicine sell for? Oh, only 4.9? There must be a glut of medicine in the CFSR right now. Usually those sell for much more, because, you know, people want to be healthy. You can sort of make them pay out the nose for it, which is a massive problem with this fucking country, but whatever. Let's hit the lights too. Oh, the wipers, right. There you go. They don't actually decrease visibility much. Uncle, does the rain? But I'll turn the wipers on anyway. You will keep complaining if I don't. It's just sort of an extra fucking drain on my battery I don't need, but sure. Thinking about that story, I do hope our bridge, unlike Valerie, hasn't severed its ties to Hungary. If not, I think our journey will have to draw to an end for now. It should still be there. It was the last time I played this game, which admittedly was some time ago. Perhaps they patched the bridge out. Doesn't sound right to me, but whatever. Oh, there it is. You're quite close. We are getting just a little bit of frame jagglies, but that's okay. Well, here we are, Surovo. If the bridge has been repaired, we can cross over into Hungary tomorrow. Tomorrow? I'm hungry right now. I want to go get some more of that cornbread. That's the motel. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just inadvisably back up through this intersection and go park in the motel. And I can just walk to the... Well, no, that doesn't make any damn sense, does it? Because I need to fucking get to the absolute piece of a fuck. Alright, so there's the Leica dealership, but what I actually need is the gas stations. I put gas in the car. Pardon, because I can get to... Like, I can just walk to the Leica station if I wanted and buy whatever. But in order to sell off this medicine and stuff and top up the car's fuel, I actually need to have the car in front of it, so... Let's do that real quick, and then we'll go park in the motel. Phew. Let's pull this. Kick that. Do this thing. Turn the lights off, and that really sucks. Doing this with the controller sucks so fucking bad. It is not the correct tool for this job. Unfortunately, it's the one I have right now. Okay, no, the mouse has decided it's working again. So, let's go ahead and fucking deal with that. Okay. Accept these things. Resume the game. Am I sliding? I'm sliding just a little bit because it's wet, I guess. Turn all that shit on. Is there anything we can sell off? Oh, right, the medicine. How much money do we have? Does it cost another 30 for the hotel room? Because that gets more expensive every trip. I am begging you for a fucking repair kit. With my whole heart. Okay, so here, yes, is the medicine, and they have so much of it, they're actually selling it at a discount. Must be fucking nice. And then, uh, what? You have the two-stroke oil and the gas. And let's just pay for that. And we'll actually just keep the medicine. Because if it's selling so badly here, that means we should probably just hold on to it and sell it when we get to the next place. Where it will be more dear and therefore be more expensive because we're shit hawking fucking medicine barons, I guess. Oh, there was already an oil thing in there. Oh, that's fine. No, put the crowbar back. Oh my god, Uncle. Okay. No, not the... Okay. The wipers are on. Congratulations, Uncle. Was it everything you wanted? Everything you wanted. Yep, let's check in. I'm just going to turn the wipers off and the headlights off so that I don't forget to later. The car is off. Grab this, head in. The hell time is it? I don't have access to that. It's 10:32. We could probably make the next run. Oh no, it only is $20. Welcome, will you be staying with us tonight? It's $20 for the room. Yes. You'll be in room 1A, just along the corridor. Mr. Blakely's fluey, but he is a little bit conciliatory. Try Mr. Barnard in room 12. There's still some time for you to see the town. Okay, great, I'm not going to do that. Thank you, Uncle. Here's this. Yet another telegram from Werter Genossen. It has come to our attention that comrades are taking it upon themselves to take government property without authorization. No property, including that of Leica automobiles, is to be taken across the West Berlin border. It must be stated again, Comrade Gunther Schwabowski, sure, did not intend to give the impression that citizens could pass through the border checkpoints visa-free with immediate effect. These rules still apply. Failure to follow these rules will result in punishment. Furthermore, any dismantling of the wall, which is government property, will result in punishment. And then that is all typed on the telegram text, written in what looks like pink Sharpie, is GDR to CSR to Hungary to Yugoslavia to Bulgaria to Turkey, exclamation point. Which is coincidentally the path we are taking. I'm gonna go walk over to the Leica dealership real quick and see what my $40 or so can purchase for us there. Oh, 32? Probably fucking nothing, huh? Maybe a new, like, ignition coil? Not much. That's a funny coincidence. What, that he has our thing tracked as he's trying to apparently plot some sort of getaway? Feel free to look through our catalog. I will do this thing. Yeah, it would cost too much to have a stock engine, fuel tank. Yeah, $30 just isn't gonna do anything useful for us, I think. Yeah, we could get a new ignition coil, and that's about it. That's not what we want. So let us save this money, and then we'll see how it goes through. Come on, motherfucker. There we go. We take our little nap. Take a little nap. Take a little nap with me. Day 2 in Sturovo. What does our newspaper say? Shortage of meat in Hungary sees prices soar. And let me actually look at this real quick. So I've been ignoring this. This is the customs board, I guess. It's telling us that specifically it shows wine, medicine, as indicated by the Red Cross Plus, except it's not red, because I think you can't actually use the Red Cross in things. I think that's illegal, or maybe it's just frowned upon. I'm not up on it myself. It shows also a cup of coffee, twine, a spool of twine, some cigarettes, and a sausage, which are all things that we can find on the road. The coffee has a big octagonal no sign showing that we cannot take coffee over the border, or again, we will be fined. We don't have any coffee, we just have medicine, delicious, life-giving medicine. Good morning, I trust you slept well. I never sleep well, Uncle. We should head to the border. Don't forget to pick out a route before we cross. No bottle, no cross, no coffee, no thread, no smoking, no banana. The 6 genders. Or you can do all those things, you just have to, you know, bribe people, which is not. Which isn't. You're better off doing other things with your money and time. Oh, no, you just close the, there you go. Beautiful. Rio de Janeiro. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that statue up on Corcovado Hill. It's friggin' Jesus. Start the car and head out to the border crossing, which is just over here. Just need to make sure not to hit anyone on the way or knock over those things, which we knocked over, but it's fine. Papers, please. Hello, here is some papers. Everything seems in order. Oh, right, we have to declare our route. Forgot to declare the route. So let's do that. Sure, let's take this one. It's 420 kilometers, but it has a question mark on it, so we can see what the question mark thing is. Oh, I turned the car off. That's on me. There we go. And here's the Prince Marie Bridge. Which is very pretty as bridges go. So, I was about to say a suspension bridge, but I don't mean a suspension bridge. I don't think. Or maybe it is a suspension bridge? The low polyness of the art style sort of makes it difficult for me to tell. It's got a couple of great big humpbacks with a whole bunch of, like, what I presume are cross beams through them. Hang on, this is a real bridge, isn't it? Let's just fucking look it up. I mean, yeah, looks basically exactly like the bridge we were crossing, except it's a little more high res in real life, obviously. It's in Estragon. You know, like from Waiting for Godot? Estragon. Um, the bridge is some 500 meters in length. Okay, so it's not a suspension bridge. It's. Can you see that image from where that is? You can't. Hang on. Oh no. Hang on. Other one. That's better for a given value. Better. Uh, I need to make my own one of these. Anyway. Yeah, so it's not a suspension bridge. It is braced underneath. The stuff going over top, I guess, is just um, I'm about to use the word embellishment, and I guess it works there, but that's not the word I want. I want a broader word than that. Decorative? Decorative. Decorative. Oh, I forgot to turn the radio back on. There we go, that's why it felt so quiet. Another border crossed. I know it's tempting to import banned goods for lucrative profit, but our journey would be much simpler if we stick to the rules. I agree with you. Oh, you're still looking it up. Sorry. Forgot to switch it over. You haven't missed much visually, we just got over the bridge. And are about to get onto the main road between Sturovo and wherever the shit it is we're going. Litenia, which is again in 420 miles. Nice. So you may have noticed question marks appearing on the map. I have, Uncle. I've marked these to show that there is a scrapyard somewhere along that route. Oh good, you just said it out loud. I was sort of being coy with it, but scrapyards, yeah. I saw a lock box on the side of the road. So we're going to stop the car, grab the crowbar. I haven't seen a lock box before, so they do have a lock on it, but crowbar takes care of that pretty quick. And inside, a single bottle of wine, which sells for half a proto. So again, there must be an incredible. I was about to say an incredible ingress of wine, which I guess I mean they have brought a lot of wine in, and so therefore they do not need more wine coming in. Can't wait for the responses there. How much further do we have to get in before we start seeing the, like, interesting parts of Litania? It's worth visiting scrapyards as they can contain engine components, which can improve your car's performance. Though, obviously, it being a scrapyard, these components will likely be broken. I mean, that's okay. We have a tool repair kit on the back of the car. Latenia, the road to Latenia is very rural, with a whole bunch of, oh, wonderful. Here's another piece of road loot. Stop here real quick. With a whole bunch of, as you can see out there, oh, those big curly cues of, I presume they're grains? We get these in Oklahoma too, like alfalfa. I think wheat also is stored this way. I don't know what those trees are behind it. They look like berry bushes in an age of empires or some shit, but very clearly farmland. And, you know, very pretty, because the whole game's very pretty. They've got road loot in real life too. I'm I'm very aware of this. We walk a lot from place to place within the sort of neighborhood we're in, and we're always finding interesting stuff on the ground. I like finding bottle caps. It's the I've played too much Fallout Jones inside of me. That just makes me want to pick up bottle caps wherever I see them and keep them around, just in case I find a vendor who takes them. Remember, even if you find a component that someone has discarded because it's broken, you should still consider taking it. You could repair it and fit it to the car, or even just sell it for a bit more money. It's really quite worrying what people will throw away. When Uncle Lufty said it's really quite worrying what people will throw away, I felt that. Oh, this is going to be a fun little road. I once saw a guy throw away a fuel can because he had finished the fueling. I told him, friend, hold on to that, you could refill it, use it for longer journeys, or even just sell it down the road. He gave me quite the scowl. Brain is suddenly trying to put together a joke about Batman. because Batman calls the like thing that he wears on his head that looks like a bat and also has all of his Bat Vision shit in it a cowl. But also the Batman is very surly, so he scowls. And I'm trying to do something with that, but I just don't think I can get there. Oop, there we go. We're just gonna slide down. Holy shit, look at those sunflowers. They're absolutely massive. You get sunflowers that big? I love sunflowers. I've seen some quite big ones. Do they get, like, where the bud is the size of a whole torso? An entire one? Here's the scrapyard. Oh, and there's a busted car right outside it. That is so useful. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we're just gonna pull up. We absolutely crashed into that. That's fine. Turn off the car. Get out of the car. Pop the hood of the car. Okay, so here's the scrapyard. Inside of it is delicious car bits that we can take and strap to the inside of our beautiful engine. Uh, the problem is that they're locked by this thing. This is missing a component, this engine. It has a fuel tank and a battery and a stock engine, but it needs a carburetor. So if we supply this lock, for lack of a better term, with a carburetor, then we can pull the lever and that will open the door. I don't really want to do that with my carburetor. And the reason I don't want to do that with my carburetor is because it will explode the carburetor. Fortunately, there's a rusted car just over here. So we're going to get into it, see if there's anything in here that is terribly useful. Ooh, tires. Thank you. And a box. Don't mind if I do. Free box. Ooh, and a through, through carburetor. I looked at it and thought for a second it said like trough, like a horse trough, but that's not it. And then I thought it said tough, but it doesn't say tough either. It does say through. This is actually like a whole car setup. Not the engine, but it's got a triple barrel ignition coil and a carburetor and a massive fuel tank. And I am absolutely going to take all of these things in a second after I go over here and do this. All right, first of all, let's open up this box and see what's inside. Tobacco, a very nasty habit, but a very lucrative one because these sell for 24 protos a piece. Oh, right, textiles. We picked up a whole bunch of textiles at some point. They just don't sell for much, even when they're like the banned item that like gets extra money. It just doesn't. It's almost not worth picking them up, but I did anyway, for some reason. Alright, well, we're about to get a new carburetor out of that other thing, so let's just crank that one to its minimum durability. And pull it out. Put it in here, and then, yep, wonderful. So what do we have inside Gertie Schrottplatz? It doesn't look like a lot. A lot of these shelves are empty. There's usually something. They make you do a whole puzzle to get in here and everything. There's a washer and dryer. Oh, good. Hang on. A naked engine. The HSK naked engine, a naked two-stroke cylinder, a naked two-stroke engine with two cylinders. I thought that a two-stroke engine meant that it had two cylinders. Is that wrong? It's probably wrong. I'm probably thinking of something else. Uh, but we are going to grab it because that is better than the engine we have by a considerable clip. Anything interesting over here? What about in the dumpsters? Not really, but that's fine because this was absolutely worth it. Let's just peel our engine out. Hang on, let's be kind. We take an engine, leave an engine. There we go. We throw that in there. And then we're going to come back to this abandoned car. I don't know why you would take the tires and not everything else. Can we take this fuel tank? Like we can. It has fuel in it. Yeah, fuck it. Like, how much fuel does our current fuel tank have in it? Is it enough? It has 2 liters of fuel. We're actually, like, up on fuel if we take this. So let's do that. It's got no oil mix in it, but we have oil, so that's fine. Again, let's be nice. We're here. We might as well just leave this as an offering to Gertie. Thank you, Gertie. What we take, we try to give back. There we go. And absolutely, let's trade out this ignition coil for a better ignition coil. It does very little for us altogether, but it means that the car starts just that little bit faster, which is nice. And the carburetor, right. Okay, this was an incredible stop. This was so good. There's a fucking car honking at goddamn nothing somewhere off in the distance, and I don't care. Did I take the... No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and grab the tobaccos. The Rabjolga 20 Darab Cigaretta. I don't endorse smoking. Not here to tell you what to do with your life, but I can't, in good conscience, endorse it. Did I crank all of these to the best of their ability? Which is to say, not very much at the moment. Yeah. Okay, great. Oh, right, we got a free tire, which is good because all of these tires are at durability 0, which means they're gonna just absolutely shatter at some point. This one's better because it's at 1 durability. So let's go ahead and replace this tire with, let's replace one of our tires with this tire. Hmm. This front passenger side one, why not? Just throw that in there. Uh, hmm. Put the new tire on. Now we can take the jack and put it back where it goes. Okay. I'm feeling accomplished. Let's crankshaft that and close that. Turn that on. So now that we have an engine that's worth a damn, we can go up a hill like this, even backwards, and it's completely okay. And there's one of the tires popping. Really hope the town is like literally just over this hill, because having 3 tires pop on us very suddenly is not going to be the best time. You can just sort of hear the tire flopping back there. That must have been really fun audio to capture. It does make the car handle like shit. Perhaps you could have guessed. Oh no, it's 140 kilometers still. Oh no, we have such a long ways to go on 3 tires. It's okay, we just need to be really careful and not hit any potholes. Oh, Uncle Lufty's still complaining about that guy you saw. Needless to say, I took that fuel can right out his hands. In fact, you used that exact same one when we were putting together our very own Leica. How did you get him to let go of it? Or I guess he was, your point is that he was just dumping it, right? It was fun for a moment imagining very, our very mild Uncle Lufty fighting someone for a gas canister somewhere on the side of the road. I mean, I say mild. Apparently they stole a whole ass car. Oop. I am unbelievably glad that none of the other tires have given way. I understand that saying that is asking for trouble. On the other hand, I like to think that I am thanking the tires and telling the ones that have not given up that they are doing a good job. Hey, other 3 tires, this is what we needed. Actually, I have that other tire, the one we took off to put the new tire on. I could probably just replace the old tire with that. It's funny how something remains useful with a little bit of foresight and maintenance. Yeah, I was just saying that. Ow. My shoulder just popped. This is not the ideal um, sitting position I am in to play this game. My arm is extended all the way out in front of me so that I can grasp the mouse. But it is... I, I could rearrange myself very slightly. I wouldn't be able to make myself much more comfortable. Oop, nope. Nope and no thank you. There went one of the other tires. I think it's both the ones on the left side, and that's why we're leaning very perceptibly. Oh, please tell me this is the turn in. I think this is the turn in. Yes, when it finally becomes a 2-lane road. That should be Latenier ahead. As usual, let's find a motel to sleep at and visit the market if there's time. Yes, let us do that, because I need to purchase 3 or possibly 4 tires. 3 to 4 business tires. And stop the engine from smoking. That would be good also. If I could stop the engine from smoking the way it's smoking. At the very least, we'll be able to sell off all of the fucking textiles and stuff, so we won't be putting as much weight on the car. Ow. Okay. There we go. Click that off. Pull this. I haven't bothered describing the gas stations, I guess. The ones that you'd see out in the world are, there's like 2 lanes that lead up to gas pumps on either side. You're only supposed to park at one of them, really. It's got a little fenced in area so that it can close the gate on you when you start pumping gas or buying things and haven't paid yet, so that you can't leave without paying. Oh, holy shit, thank you. Here are engine repair kits, finally. Our beautiful toolkits that are going to fucking let us actually goddamn use a thing. Oh, you don't buy cigarettes here, or you don't have cigarettes here because they're illegal. Does that mean you don't buy them? That's actually not a thing I remember. Just gonna grab this shit, put it in a bag. That frog is getting busy. Other jokes that only fucking make sense to me. And like 3 other people, presumably none of whom watch this stream. I'd be incredibly surprised if they did. Alright, there's not enough room for that, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw all of this in, regardless of how much it actually, like, sells for. Because, honestly, I just need the room. Oh, the medicine, the healthy medicine that makes you healthy, is like $8. So that's nice. Or 8 protos, excuse me. I had forgotten that was the thing I had agreed within myself to call them. Oh, right, hang on. Let's sell off this stuff, and then we'll see if you buy cigarettes. I don't think you do. Or, you buy it for an outrageous fucking price. It is past bedtime. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here. I appreciate having you. I'm just gonna, like, do this shopping I'm doing and then stop at the motel and then we'll be done for the stream. Oh no, you can just sell those for a shit ton. Yeah, we're making $171 out of this. That's nice. I mean, less than that because we need to fill the tank still. And still the tank fill. Oh, right. This is the stout um, fuel tank. So it takes 33 liters of fuel versus the 10 our stock did. And 10, as you can just see, was enough to get us from like one trip to another over 420 kilometers. Nice. 33 is honestly a decadent amount of oil, or a tridecadent amount of oil, amount of gasoline even, because it's 310s, and that's amazing. And we are just going to go ahead and take both of these engine repair kits, because we will need them. And actually, let's do all of that, because if you try to buy too many things at once, the way that the shopping mechanism works fucks up. Especially with tires, because they're large and bulky. But we're definitely going to repair a brand new engine. Actually, we should use the... I wish I had thought of this. I could have saved a little bit more. We can take our toolkit that's attached to our hood and use that to move everything to 1 durability so that we don't have to start from 0 and make the other toolkits last a little bit longer. Is that completely durable? Ignition coils don't really degrade unless something terrible happens. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take the carburetor to full, because we still have a stock air filter, and we'll see if we just can't buy a whole new air filter. And we also need 3 tires. There are different kinds of tires. I didn't really go into this because I hadn't bought any, but there's the regular road tires, which are fine for everything, sort of. There's the wet tires, which do really, really well in the wet when it's raining, like it just was, but are bullshit in the road, or when it's dry, and wear down a lot faster. There's the off-road tires, which are designed, as it says, to perform best in the dry and off-road, so they're not great wet, but they do better when we have to do off-roading areas. What the hell is the next road? The next road doesn't really have off-roading. So I think I don't have to worry about that. So let's grab these 2 tires, and we are going to have to buy 1 more kind of tire, aren't we? The wet ones? Or the off-road ones? Here, let's put these in. There's also like different comp. I don't fucking understand how the tires thing works necessarily. There's you can see these like staples. They're not staples, but the sort of dashes in the tires. Each tire is either 1, 2, or 3 dashes, which is soft, medium, or hard compound, and that's something to do with the way that the tires wear. They wear differently depending on whether they're in the front or the back, because the Leica is a front-wheel drive vehicle, but like I don't understand how that thing works. So I don't usually bother with it. It just kind of takes a couple of um, trips from one place to another before a tire pops, and then I just say, well, and replace it with whatever's handy. Go ahead and do that. We have $86 left after our massive spending binge. Went out and got some clothes today. Such is our wardrobe that a lot of our pants now have massive tears in the sort of crotchal area. So we just had to go get new jeans. So we went out and got new jeans. Because we don't care a lot about we don't care that much about what we wear about the fact that our clothes look worn, because we wear them and that's what clothes are designed to do. But there's a limit, and that limit is when someone can tell what kind of underwear you're wearing and you don't want them to. Let's just go ahead and replace this back tire too. We replaced the front tire with the tire we got off of that road car. So that should be good for a while, and then we have these two other, like, mostly already deflated, honestly, tires to replace it with. That was good. Let's just walk to the Leica dealership, because it's, like, right across the street. Latenia being, are we in Latenia? I've forgotten the name of the place we are already. So, it's just this one street, really. I don't know if that's the way it is in real life. Never been. Haven't traveled much. I went to New York once. I went to California another time. Both trips were not enjoyable for a variety of reasons. What was I replacing? The air filter? Yeah, we can't get a can air filter, which is the best. We could get a new coverless air filter, which would leave us with just enough money to... It would leave us with just enough money to be able to afford our hotel room. So we'd kind of be putting ourselves at the mercy of the road to see if we get enough things to sell off to be able to afford the next hotel. YOLO. There we go. Here's a new carburetor. And hey, do you buy carburetors? Ma'am? I'm sorry, this is an air filter. Ma'am, how do you feel about this air filter? I'm afraid we're not buying that. Okay. That's fine. I don't have another place to put it, so I am just going to place it over here in the corner in the spotlight. And you can, if you like, just sort of sell it under the table. Let's wash the car. He's been a faithful companion this whole time. Let's just go ahead and squidgen the car. Get all the grime off of it, off of that all off-roading, all of that off-roading we did. The sponge is doing sort of a fun thing with the lighting effects. There we go. Nice and clean. Now we're just going to take it across the road to the motel. Let's go ahead and turn the headlights on. We're not going that far, but we're also not like going forward at all. I'm in fact just going to back the Leica all the way into the spot. I don't know if the game will allow me to do this. Ah, okay, great. Yes, let's check in. Turn the lights off. There we go. Turn off the lights and I'll flow. If you got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. Welcome, will you be staying with us? It's $25 for the room. Yes, it's cheaper than I thought it was. I have a whole $11 left. Back in room 1A, we will let you through. Oh, okay. There's still time to explore. Oh, you didn't even say it this time. You can explore the town thing. Well, let's again look at Uncle Lufty's packet of telegrams. Oh, this one is not a telegram. This is a handwritten letter. Sergili Lufty. My dearest Lufty, Hassan and myself felt compelled to write you a thank you letter. We're not long arrived in Cologne. Colonia? Colognac. In France. But I don't know how it's pronounced. But already I feel hopeful. I'm going to start it from the top because I tangented just a little too hard and sort of lost my flow. We've not long arrived in Cologne, but already I feel hopeful in finding enough work for all of us here. Hassan is less hopeful, but you know how he is. I don't expect we'll be longer than a few more days before we're back to collect our little one. Thank you for taking care of our little angel. I can only imagine the looks you're getting changing nappies at immigration, declaring goods, and wiping babies' bottoms. Though, with that said, I doubt you'll get many laughs from those cold faces at the eastern border. Such shrewd people. I know you need the work, don't we all, but I wish you wouldn't have to drive your truck all the way out east to the outer shops. Hopefully I'll find work enough for us all. Anyway, missing you both deeply. Gulsen. Ah, Uncle Lufty was transporting goods, and it turns out that I'm still the good one. So, good morning. I trust you slept well. We should head for the border. Don't forget to pick a route. I'm gonna do it here in a second. In fact, I'm not gonna do it here in a second. I'm gonna save and quit, and then exit to desktop. Yeah, that's been Jalopy. We're gonna have my favorite part of the journey after this, the beach run. That's gonna be on Tuesday, because again, we stopped streaming on the weekends because we need that time for us. But yeah, I've been September of the Free Association. Uh, Thanks to anyone who stopped in and had a little chat. Thanks to anyone watching this as a VOD. Um, do I have a sign off? I don't think I have a sign off. I used to say keep safe, and I do want you to keep safe. Wake up and choose Looney Tunes. Have a good night.